Hello everybody. For new players and returning old ones, here are 50 random bits of tips and advice for Don't Starve Together. Some you might know, but I bet some that you don't. Berry bushes only need to be fertilised after repeat harvest if they have been replanted. Keep a couple of fresh berry bushes near busy points in your world and they will never need to be fertilised, giving you a steady income of food. Learn your mushrooms. Red come out during the day, green come out during the dusk, and blue ones only at night. Red caps are kinda useless in any form except for crockpot filler. Green caps are the best for raising your sanity when cooked, and blue caps are great at healing when eaten raw. Due to mushrooms being abundant in the caves, remember this if you ever need to heal or get your sanity back up real quickly. There's also the moon shrooms that are good for giving you sleep resistance, but those are more of a late game thing found in the lunar grotto. Hey, there's a lunar mushroom, so why isn't there a shadow mushroom in the game yet? Oh wait a minute, there already is. You don't need to cook fish. Both raw and cooked fish have the exact same stats, no matter what. The only difference is the cooked ones spoil significantly slower than the raw ones. Kelp bumpers burn for 3 minutes in a fire pit. For some reason, these things provide way more fuel than free grass would provide at the cost of some kelp. As much fuel as a board. Good in a pinch if you need fuel on your long boat trips. If you press Z, or Z, on your keyboard, it will trigger any character specific ability if they have one. For Maxwell, this will open the Codex Umbra. For Winona, it will trigger her remote. For Willow, it will open her spell wheel. For Wendy, it will open your Abigail abilities if she's summoned. And for Walter, it will bring up your Wobie command wheel. There is probably a bind for this for console players as well, just check the options to find out what that is. Glass cutters can now be prototyped. You make these on the lunar island by assembling an altar in any of the fissures. These glass cutters offer you dark sword damage but without the costly nightmare fuel price tag or heavy hit to your sanity when using them, in exchange for 25 less durability. Except against shadow creatures, where the glass cutter has 50 more durability and will even do 25% more damage to weaker shadow creatures like crawling horrors and terror beaks. All golden tools have exactly 4 times as many uses as their normal counterparts. Their damage and harvesting rates are the exact same, however. Cooked juicy berries are one of the fastest ways to get rot. Just leave a stack of them on the ground or soak them in water to ensure that they spoil faster. Just don't leave them in the ocean, as fish both eat berries and rot. It's not the fastest way to get rot though. That would be overfeeding beefalo, which will cause them to vomit out rot for every food you feed them when they're full. Feed them some filling food like steamed twigs and then a bunch of grass to get a lot of rot early game. This is a little bit unethical, but it's Don't Starve, we don't care. Banana bushes grow perfectly fine during winter, unlike the standard berry bush. With how much better bananas are compared to berries, once you have access to the moon key, feel free to just slowly replace your berry bushes with banana ones over time. Speaking of bananas, they're a superfood. In a crock pot, cook them with ice to make a daiquiri, which restores 30 HP. Or cook 2 bananas and 2 sticks to get banana shakes, which restore 30 free sanity. Last but not least, cook 1 banana, 1 ice and 1 stick to get a banana pop, which restores both 20 health and 30 free sanity on top of all of the food that the other dishes restore. Amazing food all around. Haunting a spider will make it always drop a spider gland whilst it's feared. Good for making telltale hearts if your friend kicks the bucket a bit too early. Just get them to haunt a spider for you. Saltwater fish will actually gain quote-unquote freshness when stored in a tin fishing bin, letting them function as an unperishing food source. Icky preserving bins? Never heard of them. Carrots can be spun whilst they're on the ground. This is very important. Light bulbs will actually heal 1 HP when eaten. With how abundant they are in some biomes, this can be helpful in a pinch. I only just now realised after writing the script how saying light bulbs can be eaten to restore HP sounds a little bit weird outside of the context of Don't Starve Together. Werepigs have no cooldown when eating food off of the ground compared to regular pigs, meaning if you drop a big pile of food, or light bulbs, the werepig will power through them, producing poop incredibly fast. Stone fruit bushes grown from a sprouting stone fruit will never need to be refertilised, allowing for unlimited harvests. This will go away if you relocate them with a shovel, like berry bushes. Blowing up the dock turf below the unnatural portal on the Moon Key will prevent the monkeys from spawning from it, but not the loot, letting you harvest the materials without needing to be harassed by monkeys constantly. Makes the Moon Key an excellent base spot after you clear out the monkey houses. Eating raw ice will lower your body temperature significantly, great in a pinch in summer. A fire pit will drop a bit of charcoal when it runs out, so long as it reached the second highest fuel phase before it did so. You probably already noticed this, but it's good for fuel in a pinch, since charcoal burns at the same time as a regular log will in a fire pit. Digging up a planted pine cone will give you twigs. Great if you're dying for twigs during a time of their absence, like summer or winter. You can also use pine cones to placate hostile tree guards if you really don't feel like fighting them. This is only a temporary solution, since they're still alive, just sleeping. You can shake the curio cabinet guy's hands in the trade-in by clicking on it. Very polite of you. Make a beefalo bell to bring beefalo closer to your base for a steady income of poop. You don't have to bother with taming them or feeding them or doing anything like that. Just make the bell, use it on one, and drop it near your base for free poop for life. Wormhole skins will show up on the map, so you can see where they lead to if you skin a bunch of them. Pay to win gaming confirmed. Crows will avoid landing on grassy turf, whilst red/bluebirds will only land on grass, forest and savanna turf. Use this knowledge to target farm specific birds if you need any particular type of feather. You can also use scarecrows to force canaries to spawn in an area, which are a great source of meat or the very elusive saffron feather. Speaking of birds, you can feed one in a cage seeds to get a very small variant of guano, if for some reason you need really small bird poop. If you just chop down a massive forest of all your worms and are super lazy when it comes to digging up the stumps, just light them on fire to get rid of them. This will create ash instead of charcoal, which can be useful for healing salves later on. Use a razor to peek inside bundled supplies, just in case you forgot what you put inside them. Sea strider nests found in waterlogged biomes can be attacked to be broken easily to get a little bit of silk, and more importantly, peace. They'll respawn, but only ever one at a time, so if you break them too quickly, only one will ever respawn under that specific tree. However, if you burn the strider den, they will never respawn, letting you make an entire waterlogged biome safer forever. Grass gators can be telelocated back to the mainland if you want a really weird source of twigs, since they'll produce them every half a day. Or you can just hunt them, since they drop a whopping 7 meat and only take 2 minutes to respawn from a waterlogged tree. With their slow attack speed, they are very easy to hunt, making them an excellent source of food. All forms of spider, except this one, can be captured with a trap, letting you butcher them without needing to fight them. With how spider warriors have 400 health, that's either 12 hits with a spear or one single trap. Superb for getting rid of spider dens safely if you don't want to fight too much. Glommer Goop is probably the best healing item in the game in areas affected by enlightenment. 40 HP and minus 50 sanity is a hard deal to make anywhere else, but say during the Celestial Champion fight, literally the best healing item in the game. Get Glommer early and stock up on this goop before the fight. Allure plants will not spawn eye plants if it is planted on a boat, letting you farm them easily for free if you got some sea space to spare. Frogs are completely neutral to Wort. Once again, proving that Wort is ridiculously overpowered and is begging for a nerf. How dare she? Spoiled fish and morsels are unique in the fact that they're one of very few non-structures that can be hammered. Doing so will get you rotten bone shards occasionally. Just remember that fish meat spoils faster when raw, not cooked. You can use a deconstruction staff on the bee queen crown to get a whopping 4 honeycombs, as well as 2 royal jelly, 4 bees and some honey. Better than leaving them around as clutter, turn them into bee boxes and beads. You can start and exit the Jimbo machine early to endlessly and reliably spawn small amounts of bees, hounds and spiders, letting you farm these mobs very slowly and relatively safely. A Starcaller's staff produces enough light to last for 70 days on average. Each star lasts for 3.5 days, and the staff itself has 20 uses. Don't sleep on these things, these can give you enough light for 1 in-game year. Conversely, the Mooncaller's staff, obtained by placing the Starcaller staff on a moonstone during a full moon, produces enough light to last a whopping 100 days, with 50 uses and 2 days per use. Snurtles and Slurtles can be blown up if you light them on fire. This destroys their drops. Don't know why you would do this. You can feed glowberries to the eye mask to make it glow in the dark, letting it function as an armoured miner's hat. As well as that, you can carry around a rabbit in your inventory and feed that glowberries too to make yourself glow without needing to eat the berries yourself. Useful for Wigfrid who cannot eat glowberries. Mushroom planters will not grow mushrooms during winter. On the surface, that is. In the caves, mushroom planters will grow all year round. Perfect for those cave bases among us. Cactus flesh found in deserts will restore as much sanity as green caps when cooked. Using armour, and yes that includes helmets, will reduce the damage taken from harvesting them, whereas Wormwood's bramble husk will remove the damage taken from harvesting them completely. Burning a drying rack will instantly dry any meat inside of it. Probably the least efficient way of getting jerky ever, but if you need jerky at a very short notice, I guess it works. I honestly never knew this was a thing until today. Moleworms will eat gunpowder laying on the ground, blowing them up. How is this a tip and or trick? Because it's very funny. You can just hammer spelunky pods to get rid of them. My entire life I thought doing this would anger them, so I would go around telling people to burn them instead, but no, if you want a safe path through the ruins, feel free to just hammer their homes and get some free bananas in the process. You learn something new every day. You can make a gramophone to quickly and reliably tend to all plants in a small radius. Just drop it on the farm, hit play, and watch them get all happy. You never need to tend to plants yourself ever again. And for our very last tip of the video, cooking corn will actually halve the amount of food that it restores. Always eat your corn raw, everybody. But how about one little bonus bit of trivia for you making it to the end? You know the Spectraflux backpack skin? It was a promotional skin rewarded as a login bonus during April of this year. You may already know this, but if you get zapped while wearing the backpack, it will change and start glowing yellow. But did you also know if you get frozen, the backpack would glow blue instead? And if both happen to you, it would glow green. This is the only skin in the game with this level of interaction, and I really hope they bring it back to the Clay Store at some point in the future so new players can get it, since it's a really cool skin. And those were 51 tips and tricks for Don't Starve Together. Hopefully you learned something new today, but if you didn't, then leave a comment down below telling me some tips and tricks I didn't cover in this video. Regardless, have a lovely day everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.